Hi, and welcome back to
Inspired to Game. I'm Sean.
And I am Lola. Today we are talking about Bedeville Carnival. Now this is a 2 to 4 player game, plays about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. It's a game we recently got from Kickstarter that's perfect for this spooky season. Now before we give you a review of this game, we're going to give you a super fast overview of how to play it. The undead hardly have a chance to have any fun. In Bedeville Carnival, we change that, as the undead get to venture out into a carnival at night to play on the rides and the attractions. As they do so, they will gather joy, which will let them buy souvenirs on the grounds. But beware, as they go around, they will be making noise at these attractions, which will attract Karl, the caretaker. Karl just wants to put them back in the ground where they belong. If you get caught by Karl, you lose some joy and you go back underground, only to come out again and try some more. When the game ends, the character with the most victory points from their souvenirs and leftover joy tokens wins the game. Now, one of the things that first attracted me to this game when we saw the Kickstarter was the theme. We love carnival theme park themed games, as well as the undead, because, well, who doesn't, right? The artwork in it is absolutely superb. The attention to details, it's just, I love the art. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, they tie in the spooky theme park, the spooky carnival idea. If you've played any of the games, like hidden object games like Madame Fate, it's a very similar feel to it, that spooky carnival, eerie background. It's just, throughout the whole game, it's fantastic.
And it's fun, and it's a fun, light theme. So it gets that Halloween spooky feel, but it's lighthearted. They're collecting joy tokens. Like, how fun is that? They're making noises, and even when they get caught by Karl and get buried back in the ground, they just lose one joy token and then they come back up and resume their festivities. It's a really fun theme, and that really attracted me to it.
All the souvenirs that you're trying to collect, again, have that kind of odd Addams Family backwards theme to it. So the kind of things that the undead would want to have in their coffin or with them.
The souvenirs are kind of my favorite part of it. I love the artwork. I love the designs. It's fun to look at them. Now, as far as the gameplay goes, because obviously that matters too, it is a light-hearted game. It's a light themed game. It's a great filler game, and it's good for families. So it's not thinky at all. Now, it is good to know though that there is a certain amount of take that action to it, and there's a lot more player interaction than some other games. You are constantly going to be thwarting each other as you go around. So it often winds up that you're going for a souvenir, you're collecting all the bits for it, and you don't get it because somebody else moved you or moved it, or now, put Karl on you, all these various things. So most turns there's going to be something that happens that thwarts you, and that can be frustrating too. So it is good to know that there's that element of this game. Because of that, I find that it's often best to play without too much of a plan. You're just collecting things. And the nice thing is at the beginning of each turn, you do have the option to trade in a joy token or to buy a souvenir as your very first action. So if you were going to buy a souvenir, but now you can't afford it, or maybe somebody else got to it first, well, you can exchange some joy for the proper colors to get a different one instead.
Yeah, and actually you get to buy as many souvenirs from the current amusement that you're at as you can afford, and maybe if you've been thwarted many times, you have a whole stockpile of joy, you might be able to entertain that.
Yeah, I don't think that has ever happened to us though, to be able to buy more than one.
No, and the thwarting mechanism that we talk about is not necessarily by design. As you move to the amusements, you do the power of that amusement, and that might require that you move another player or move another character, and it's not something you wanted to do. You wanted to go to that space because it had a souvenir that you wanted to buy, or the color of the joy tokens that you wanted to get, and it just happens to be that power is going to do something to somebody else.
Yeah, but it's often good to use that power to your advantage as well. So honestly, this game is a little bit more confrontational and take that than what we like to play. We are those rare kind of gamers that actually like the multiplayer solitaire. We like to play alongside each other. We don't like to thwart each other a lot or be mean or feel like we're being mean to each other. And
yeah, and in a game like this, when it says do something to another player, well, in a 2-player game, I only got one choice, and it feels like I'm picking on her. I don't mean to, but I don't have any other targets I can do, so...
I never felt pecked on, though.
That's good.
I think I said pecked on.
You did say pecked on, my dear.
I don't feel pecked on or picked on. So we've had some games where we've just had loads and buckets of fun, and we've had some games where we just kind of were really frustrated because maybe we were taking things a little bit too seriously and it was just not going our way. So it's one that is cute and it's fun, and especially if you like that little bit of confrontation and take that element to it. For us, even though it's not our favorite type of game in that respect, we still enjoy it, and it's going to be something that stays on our shelf and come out each year for Halloween.
Yeah, at the least.
One other thing to consider is that the components you've seen in our pictures are from the Kickstarter Deluxe Edition. So if you get this retail, you're going to be getting cardboard standees instead of the acrylics, and there won't be metal tokens, things like that. But the joy tokens are the same, and the artwork is the same, and it's a fun Halloween choice if you're looking for a new Halloween game to occupy yourselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, thank you so much for watching today.
Yeah, if you've liked this content, please consider liking it and consider subscribing to the channel.
And as always, happy gaming, folks.
Oh, sorry. Jerking around with the gimpy wrist. Sounds a bit rude. Are we waiting for the kitchen noises to stop?
No.
Okay.
Game ends. The character with the most souvenirs wins the game. No. Okay. Pretty light. I just said that, so I won't go there again. Gaming folks.
What? Consider liking it.
If you like this,
if you like it, consider liking it. If you like this, consider liking it.
Thank you so much for watching today.
Yeah, if you've enjoyed this content, please like it and consider subscribing to the channel.
As always.
What? What was wrong with that?